Assalamualaikum and a very good day. So today we proceed with chapter 7 matrices, subtopic 7.1 matrices. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to perform operations on matrices. Operation on matrices. There are several operations that we can do in matrices such as addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So first of all, addition. Two matrices can only be added if both matrices are of the same order. So before this, we have learned on how to determine the order of matrices. So we look at the first example. We have two matrices. The first matrices is 2 by 2 and the second matrices also 2 by 2 matrix. Therefore, both of them have the same order. So how we want to add the two matrices? So we just add corresponding elements or elements at the same position. So for example, we have -1, then we can plus 5, so we get 4, and 3 plus 3, you will get 6. So as you can see here, the product also have the same order. Now we go to the second example. So for the second example, we have 3 by 1 matrix, okay, not 1 by 3. And the second matrix is 2 by 2. So both of the matrices are not the same order, therefore cannot be added. Next, we go to subtraction. Two matrices can only be subtracted if both matrices are of the same order. So basically, it is pretty similar with addition, where if we want to subtract, first we need to determine the order. So for the first example, we have the same order, which is 2 by 2, and we just subtract the corresponding elements or the elements at the same position. So first we have 1 minus 2, which is -1, and then 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. -1 minus 5, which is -6. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Also, the product have the same order. So we look at the second example. So as you can see here, both matrices do not have same order, therefore it cannot be subtracted. Okay, next we go to the multiplication. So the first multiplication that we have to learn is scalar multiplication. So basically, if we have k, where k is a constant, and multiply by a matrix, then we can just multiply k to the all elements in the matrix. Okay, so for example, we have 2 multiply with a matrix 3, 5, -4, and 2. So in order to subtract, in order to multiply, so we just multiply the constant with the element in the matrix. So you will get the answer. Okay, so next we go to the multiplication of two matrices. So how do we find the product of two matrices? First, we need to determine the order of both matrices. So we have to make sure that the number of columns for the first matrix is equal to the number of rows for the second matrix. So we have make sure that both are equal, and then the rows for the first matrix and the column for the second matrix is the order for the resulting product. So next we will go to the first example on how to multiply two matrices. Let me tell you the best way to multiply two matrices. First, we read the first row of the first matrix and multiply with each of the column of the second matrix one by one. And then we do the same with the second row and so on. So we multiply the first row with the first column. Okay, so make sure that we add both product, and then we repeat the same process with the second column. So we have 1 multiply 1 plus 3 multiply 4. And then we repeat the same process with the third column. So we have 1 multiply with 2 plus 3 multiply with 5. Okay, now we move to the second row for the first matrix, which is 2 and 1. Okay, and then we multiply it with the first column of the second matrix, and then we repeat again with the second column. So we have 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 multiplied by 4, and finally we multiply it with the third column. So we have 2 multiplied with 2 plus 1 multiplied with 5. So make sure you show the calculation in the exam. So you can add the bracket. You will get 10, 13, 17, 5, 6, and 9. Okay, so we go to the example 1. So you can read the question. Okay, so we have 2a minus b is equal to I, where I is identity matrix. So you just substitute the value of matrix A and matrix B into the equation. So in order to find P, Q, and R, we actually need to compare left hand side with right hand side. So as you can see here, we have 2p minus negative 4 is equal to 0. So we have 2p plus 4 is equal to 0, and p is equal to negative 2. So make sure you compare with the same position. And then we have 2q minus negative 3 is equal to 0. 2q plus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, q is equal to negative 3 over 2. And last one, we have 2r minus p is equal to 0. So 2r minus negative 2. So because we know that p is equal to negative 2, and then we can find the value of r. R is equal to negative 1. So we can write the answer of P, Q, and R. Okay, so now we go to the example number 2. So for example number 2, given A, matrix A and matrix B. So the first question show that AB is not equal to BA. So actually you need to multiply A and B, and you need to multiply B and A. Okay, so I think you can try first to multiply A and B before you look at the answer. Okay, so you can multiply by multiply the first row with the all the columns in matrix B, and you repeat it with the second row and the third row. Okay, so we will get the answer negative 5, 23, negative 8, 25, 37, negative 10, 45, 17, and 4. Okay, next we can find B multiplied with A. So I think you can pause the video and try to find the value of B and A before you look at the answer. You will get the answer for BA is 47, 36, negative 23, negative 10, negative 30, 28, 15, negative 10, and 19. Therefore, we can conclude that AB is not equal to BA.